Hey guys, looks like it's beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews. Today we got a beer here from Flying Fish Brewing Company. They're out of Summerdale, New Jersey. Guys, I have not been a big fan of these guys' beers for several reasons. Uh, Rico sent me this beer. This is their Exit 16 WE Wild Rice Double IPA. When I see the beers that are brewed with rice or corn, they're doing that to save money because it's cheaper than barley. Uh, I can't think why you would want to use rice or corn instead of barley other than that reason, to save money. Uh, Second, this is an 8.2% double IPA. Uh, this actually has a use by date, which is the same thing as an enjoy by or best by. And they have it on this one as 03/02/17, which is March the 2nd of 2017. That's into the third month of next year. And here, this is about the 20th or so of October. So they're giving this beer at least a 6-month shelf life, if not longer. It is hard to tell, and because different breweries give their beers different shelf lives. That's why we want the bottled on date instead of this silly ass use by date like they're doing. So that's strike two. Uh, I've had several beers sent to me from this beer company, and those are the two biggest drawbacks that I can tell you about this beer. First, they've used rice instead of barley to save money. Second, they're giving it a use by date instead of a bottled on date. Strike two. And on top of that, they're giving it longer than a 3-month shelf life. Strike three. Uh, I'm just not a fan of that, guys. This beer needs, if they bottle this in September, you need to have it by December, not March. That's way too long of a shelf life. It's an 8.2%er, so the beer is not going to go bad, but the hops are going to fade tremendously in that length of time. So, it still has a price tag on it. Rico sent me this beer. It has $2.25 sticker on the top of it, which is probably legitimate. I'm hoping it's going to be a good beer, guys. I hate to have people like Rico spend their hard-earned money and send me a beer to be a crappy beer. I just hate it because they've spent their hard-earned money to buy it and they spent the hard-earned money to ship it. So we'll see what this brings to the table. I'm going to reserve judgment. If it's a great beer, guys, I'm going to tell you it's a great beer. But just not a fan of these use by or best by or enjoy by dates and not knowing how long the beer has been setting. So, and it looks like these guys are giving it at least a 6-month shelf life, if not longer. So, not a fan of that. But, commercial description on this one. Rate Beer has it, of course, it's 8.2, which is correct, and IBUs is 62. And it's got a real long commercial description. I don't know if I want to read all this, but I probably will. Go ahead and do it, but I'll probably try to speed it up along. Raw Rice Double IPA, the fourth stop on our multi-year trip to explore New Jersey, takes us to one of the most maligned places in the state, the Hackensack Meadowlands. It's a place usually identified with landfills, pipelines, mob burials alleged, and sports teams that say they're from New York. Although no longer home to forests of giant cedars and salt, hay marshes, teeming with aquatic life. The Meadowlands is still an amazing, diverse ecosystem providing vital animal and plant habitat. In a nod to a once common food plant here, we brewed this beer with wild rice. We also used brown and white rice as well as 2 malts. Rice helps the beer ferment dry to better showcase 5 different hops we've added. Lots of them. And then we dry hop this double IPA with even more generous additions of Chinook and Citra hops to create a nose that enhances tangerine, mango, papaya, and pine. Malts are MFB Pilsner malt. Hops are City, Columbus, Centennial, Simcoe, and Chinook. I've heard of all these except for City. I've not heard of City hops. Wild rice, brown rice, yeast is Chico. And food pairings for this style of beer says here is going to be your typical double IPAs. Cuisine is barbecue. The cheeses are peppery, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp blue, cheddar, your stronger cheeses, gorgonzola, and limburger. And the meat is game, grilled meat, and salmon. The glassware is snifter, oversized wine glass. I got my favorite snifter. And here, because it says 8.2, can be cellared, but don't do it. I don't know why they would put a 6-month shelf life on a double IPA. That makes me want to slap somebody. I swear it does. About a quarter finger of head on there. It is crystal clear. It is definitely a filtered beer, guys, without a bubble streaming up. Let's get a nose on it. Hint of some citrusy hops in there, but a strong malt character to it too. Stronger malt than I would think it would be in October, not knowing when they put it in the bottle. To me, guys, it's already overly malty. And this is just October, and they want you to keep it. It's still good until March of next year? I don't freaking think so. Well, let's see what we got. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Rico. More hops on the taste than on the nose, guys. Slight pininess there. Very, very slight grapefruitiness there. Definitely a more pleasant taste than aroma. I'm getting strong maltiness on the nose. And by March of next year, you're going to get a real strong maltiness on the nose and the taste. So, I don't know why they would want... Yeah, I do. I keep telling you I don't know why. I don't know why. I do know why. They want to sell this beer for a long time. But, if you pick this beer up in March or February of 2017, and it's a malty bomb mess, are you going to buy it again, or are you even going to buy any of their beers again? So, I'm not a fan of some of these breweries putting that long of a shelf life on an IPA or a double IPA. Well, let's right out of the fridge. I am not blown away, I will tell you that straight up, guys, but it does have a better taste than aroma. So let me let it warm up a little bit, give her a taste or two, and see what we end up with. I haven't had better, I will tell you that. Alright guys, I'm back. Been stepping on it for about 30 minutes. Decent beer. I will say that. It is a decent beer. I'm sure it's a lot more decent in October here, 2016, than it's going to be in February or even March of 2017, which is their use-by date. That's not a fan of that, guys. That's just me. It's just my opinion. It's just my OCD when I see this style of beer and they're giving it that long of a shelf life. That is only to benefit them, that brewery, not us as craft beer buyers and drinkers. If you buy this beer in February, I would say you're probably not going to buy it again, or want to buy it again, or maybe not even buy anything from them again. I just don't understand that thinking. I really, really don't. So, but it's a decent beer. Like I said, they're giving it at least a 6-month shelf life, if not longer. But we don't know, because I know it's at least 6 months because we're in October and they're saying March. There's 6 months right there. So I don't know how long it's been sitting in this bottle. So It may be 7 months, 8 months, it may be a year. This beer may have been done in the middle of the summer or something. I have no idea. That's why we want the bottled on dates instead of this silly ass used by, that's by, enjoyed by, kiss my ass by. I'm just not a fan of that, guys. I'm really not. Not for this style of beer. If it was a bourbon barrel-aged stout, yeah. But for an IPA or a double IPA, no. So, and I'm going to probably go against the grain on this one, guys. I'm not a fan of beers made with rice. It does have a sake-esque quality to it. But that's not what I'm looking for in a double IPA. I'm sorry. And them using rice instead of barley saves them money, because rice is a hell of a lot cheaper than barley. So, let's do the final chug on this one. Heavy maltiness on the nose, guys. Super heavy maltiness. But the taste is got the hops there. More than the nose does. But now that it's warmed up to room temperature, I'm still getting that heavy maltiness to it, so not a fan. Be straight up with you, I'm just not a fan of this. That's not what I'm looking for in a double IPA. Decent, but not outstanding, not world class, not to the A category, in my opinion. And that's all it is, just my opinion. Some people, and when I've looked on Rate Beer and Beer Advocate, a lot of people think this is an outstanding beer. And it may be to some people, but not to this guy. There's just too many things going on for me not to give this beer a good grade, but not an outstanding A grade. B plus for me, guys. I'll give this a 7. I just don't want to see what they're doing with substituting the barley with the rice. I'm not Japanese. I'm not a big rice fan. If I want something brewed with rice or corn, I'd drink a Budweiser. And be a hell of a lot cheaper than probably what Rico paid for this. But Rico, I do appreciate you sending it to me. And like I said earlier, I have had, he has sent me some stuff from Flying Fish before. And I have just not been super impressed with what these guys are doing. So I'm going to leave it at that instead of me mouthing them anymore. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt to me. Me personally, I would not buy this beer. I would not. There's too many other double IPAs, and a lot of them come to mind right off the bat, that are better tasting to me, what I'm looking for in a double IPA than this. So, and like I said, I'm going to go against the grain with that grade because Beer Advocate has it at 91, which is their A minus, and Rate Beer has it at 98, which is their A almost to the 10 category there, and I am nowhere near that. Did not blow my hair back at all near that much. And for our final check-in, we will step over to Untapped, and they have it at 3.78. I agree with that 100%. That's about where I've got it. That's just a tad better than that's just barely into the B plus category. So I'm actually giving it a better grade than that. Wasn't overly impressed. Decent, but not outstanding. Like I said, the Stone Enjoy by series, which is a little stronger beer, 9.4 I think is what that beer is, as opposed to 8.2 on this. But there are a lot better double IPAs that doesn't have that heavy maltiness. Now, if you like that heavy maltiness, you may love this beer. And evidently, these guys that are posting on Beer Advocate and Rate Beer have enjoyed that. Or they're getting a little fresher and not having the bottle on date. I don't know how fresh they're getting it. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Not been overly impressed with this brewery, and this continues in that aspect. So glad I got to try it, but like I said, I probably wouldn't spend my money on it. I probably would not. Unless you're just looking for that 8.2% buzz, and it's a cheap beer to buy. I don't know what it costs Rico to buy this. That's where I'm leaving it. If you've had this one from Flying Fish Brewing Company, their Exit 16 Wild Rice Double IPA, let me know what you think, guys. Not blown away here on this end. So if you are, let me know what you think. See you tomorrow. Let's go dig something out of the fridge. See you then.